Why, hello there, and welcome to Mission 3, Lesson 27. Our student objective for this lesson is to represent and solve division problems with up to a 3-digit dividend numerically and with number discs, requiring decomposing a remainder in the hundreds place. In human words, we are going to do 3 by 1 division today, and we're going to use number discs to divide. And we're also going to start working in that standard algorithm. That's what it means numerically to solve it as well. So 3 by 1 digit division using numbers and place value discs. We are going to actually just take a look at part of the Tower of Power today and see what it's expecting of us. So let's get to it. Let's take a look at something that's going to be on the Tower of Power. So we have 924 divided by 4. And so it wants us to use the place value chart. So we're using the place value chart here. And it wants us to show the whole. So we're going to show the whole is 924, right? So how many hundreds are in 924? There's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many tens are in 924? There's 2 tens. And how many ones are 924? Well, there's 4 ones. Enter. Good work. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to add groups to set up to divide. So how many groups do I need to set up? Well, it's 924 divided by 4. So my divisor is 4. So I'm dividing them into 4 groups. So I'm going to put 4 groups just like that. Good work again, me. Thank you, Zone. All right. Now we're going to share 924 equally with 3 groups. And unbundle if you need to. So remember, when we distribute here, when it's division, you start with your highest place value. So when it just says distribute and share, what we're going to do is we're going to just divide them into the groups. So I have 4 groups here. Let's see if I can make it a little smaller so we can see maybe a little more here. Whoop, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to start with my hundreds. So I have 9 hundreds, and I'm just going to go, just keep going. So I put 1 in each group. Do I have enough to put 2 in each group? Do I have at least 4 more? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. So I put another 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty. And now I have 1 left over. Can I distribute that 1 amongst the 4? I cannot, because I only have 1 left and I have 4 groups. So I can't give each group another one. And remember, these groups have to be equal. So what do I need to do with that 100? Well, I need to unbundle it. Okay, I'm going to unbundle it down to the tens place. So that 100 becomes 10 tens. And so I'm just going to click and drag it here, or I could click the little arrows at the bottom. And boop, just like that, that 100 becomes 10 tens. And now I'm going to distribute the tens. So I'm just going to put 1 in each group to start off with. Do I have enough to put another in each group? I do. So now there's 2 in each group. Okay. Do I have at least 4 left to put another in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I have another 4. I was able to put those 4, another 1 in each group. All right. And I have none left over here, so I don't need to unbundle. And now I have 4 ones. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm all out. And I've distributed them equally. I've shared them equally. Excellent. Great job. All that. All right, now we're going to use the standard algorithm here to help us solve this part. So remember, standard algorithm, and this is, if you look, notice we're doing the same thing. We did 9 divided by 4. We had 9 hundreds, we divided by 4. How many did we do in each group? Well, 9 divided by 4, without going over, there was 2 in each group. Okay, so 9 divided by 4 is 2. My second step is to multiply. So I do 4 times 2. And I put the 8 there. Notice what that's really telling me is I used 8 of the 9 I started with, right? And then I subtract as my next step, and the subtract 9 minus 8 is 1, and that 1 tells us I had 100 left over. Okay, I had that 100 left over. All right, you got it. I do. Okay, now we're going to bring down the 2 in the tens place to show the total number of tens we had to divide. So now I'm just going to bring down this 2 because remember we redistributed the 100 we had left into 10 tens. So it became 10 more, which made us have 12 tens. And that's what we're showing here when we bring down that 2. We had the 10 left over, or excuse me, we had the 100 left over. We had the 2 tens. We made 12 tens out of them. Okay, and then we said, hey, we had 12. We start the process over, divide. 12 divided by 4. Remember, we had 12 here. We divided by 4. Well, what do we end up with in each group? There's 3 in each group. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Then my second step is multiply. I take 4 times what I just wrote up here. So 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay. So I write the 12 there. And then I do 12 minus 12, because my next step is subtract, which is 0. So that tells me I had 0 left over. I had 0 left over when I distributed them to each of the 4 groups. Okay. You got it. Next. Now we're going to bring down, final step is to bring down the 4. So just bring it down. I just did it. Now, we're going to record your work with the 1s in the algorithm. So I had 4 1s. I have 4 1s. And I divided those 4 1s I had left into the 4 groups. Well, 4 divided by 4, how many did we end up with in each group? 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. My second step after dividing is multiply. So I do 4 times whatever number I wrote down. So I had 4 times, I just wrote a 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. And then I subtract them to see if I had any left over. And if I did it right, you should see I did not have any left over here. So it should be 0. If there was any left over in the 1s, that's going to be your, what is it? Yep, your remainder. And that's what we're doing for this lesson. Again, we're just reinforcing that division, okay, by kind of drawing it out and using the standard algorithm. All right. Good luck to you on this lesson, and have safe math travels and journeys ahead.